The next hip and happening vintage aesthetic isn't film. It's digicams and camcorders. The other night I checked out Pink Guy's new music video. I mean Joji's new music video. The song is called Glimpse of Us. To me, the music video is more of an art piece than a music video. It's definitely worth a watch. Judging from the video itself, at least some of it was filmed on tape, and this is not the first time that Joji has dabbled in this medium. I've definitely been seeing this aesthetic more and more these days. I don't use TikTok because I'm an old fart, but if you go on TikTok and type in camcorder, there's 102 million views for that tag? Phrase? I don't use TikTok. I'm gonna make a little prediction here. If you want this digicam camcorder type of look, now's the time to get in on it. Digicams and camcorders are gonna be the next hype beast nostalgic obsession, and the prices of old overlooked cameras are likely going to increase in the next few years. Maybe even sooner. Now's the time to buy before the influencer tax. It's just transitory, right? Before we get into the weeds here, some of you might be saying, Digi who? What the hell is even that? This might seem a little basic to millennials like me. I know it feels like Taking Back Sunday released Tell All Your Friends like 5 years ago, but I got some disgusting news for you. That album came out March 26th, 2002.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Digicams are digital cameras popularized in the mid-90s into the 2000s. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes, different features, varying degrees of manual control, but most of them encourage a sort of point-and-shoot kind of mentality. Camcorders are video cameras which date all the way back to the 80s, and while the term is still used on certain cameras today, I tend to associate camcorders with the older tape-based video cameras from when I was a kid. Digicams and camcorders are excellent for in-the-moment shooting. I think they shine in the context of music videos, shows, bars, and parties. They're great for web content, and you may have noticed that I've been doing some of that in my videos. I also think they excel at capturing creepypasta stuff, you know, scenes that are scary, creepy, spooky. But digicams and camcorders bring a different sort of nostalgia. Film obviously is associated with nostalgia, but it's a very different sort of art form. It's a different mentality, it's a different process. Now this is a great opportunity to mention that there is a bit of a danger in just trend hopping and just blindly chasing after trends. Running out and buying a bunch of vintage gear to get a different aesthetic isn't going to make you a better photographer, it's not going to make you a better creator. I personally enjoy dabbling in this because it's just fun for me. I just enjoy working with older cameras, with older technology, and seeing what I can get out of it. But the most important thing is you gotta do what makes you happy, and you gotta do what makes you feel creatively fulfilled. Don't just run out and follow a trend because everyone else is doing it. I've been kind of obsessed with shooting on tape for a while now. I've done a few music videos on high 8 tape, which I am super proud of. In my area, it sort of made me stand out from the crowd. I'm doing something everyone else isn't doing just yet. And hey, I did the digicam thing before it was cool, man. Check out one of the earliest uploads on the channel. It's all about digicams, and it has a lot of views, even though it's definitely not up to par with my recent videos. But I'm far from the first person to talk about this. There was an article on Casual Photo File that made the rounds, and some other YouTube people have discussed this idea as well. But I've been dabbling with it because I find it fun. I like new challenges, and I enjoy differentiating my work from the masses. In a world of orange and teal, sometimes you gotta be magenta and, green? It's green, right? Be like Barney, I guess. Damn it, how could this have happened? I'll give you my 2 cents here. I think the easiest answer is the continuing trends of nostalgia, along with people getting tired of the plastic over-perfection of media. I think that concept is a big part of the reason why people turn back to film in the first place. As we deal with the surge of interest in film photography paired with the lack of adequate production of film, you get price increases, supply and demand. But then you pair that with the supply chain disruptions, and suddenly you get B&H being out of all the films.
This is fine.
Is shooting on a digicam exactly like shooting on film?
No.
That's a bit of a stretch. In a weird way, digicams can be a sort of film replacement. It's not the same exact vibe, but in an odd way, it gives me a similar experience to using a film camera. I feel like I approach digicams more casually and more fun-focused than I do with my normal work gear. Plus, you get immediate feedback. You don't have to wait to get your scans back from a lab, you don't have to develop the film yourself. You just take a photo and then guess what? You see it. Truly, we are living in the future. But you can also get some really interesting colors. You know, you're not gonna be getting cine still toes. You know, that's kind of obvious, but you can make some really unique stuff. And keep in mind, I haven't edited any of these photos or videos. These are all straight out of camera. It is now my duty to answer the burning questions that I'll inevitably get asked. Is film dead?
Nope.
I don't think film is going anywhere. There's too many people interested in it right now, and yeah, it might be a little bit harder to get, yeah, it might be a little bit more expensive, but things kind of tend to ebb and flow. We have to hold the course. It's for the toes! Am I saying that I'm done shooting film? Am I saying that digital is better and I've converted? Go back to the pond if you want to act like a silly goose. I shoot on whatever makes me happy. I enjoy this photography thing, and you should too. If you're not enjoying yourself, you might want to find a different hobby. Am I saying that you need to shoot on a Digicam to be relevant? No. Don't base your artistic decisions on what someone on YouTube says. Develop a baseline confidence in your art, but also have fun with it. Shoot on a Digicam, get a tape and throw it in a camcorder and see what happens. Do something you wouldn't normally do. You never know. You might find it really inspiring. Alright, my precious little eggies, this video is now over. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Sweet Loop Photography. Domain.